All right, everybody, here's the truth. Vice President JD Vance commands so little respect on the global stage and in these types of meetings that he just got snubbed by multiple world leaders at the same time. The Iranians, the Qataris, basically everybody who we were trying to negotiate with is not giving any ground. And Trump knew this was going to happen. We currently have a very weak position on the global stage, a weak hand. We don't have the cards, as Trump would say, which is why he's repeatedly sending Vice President JD Vance to go into these rooms and fall flat on his face. This is the second peace meeting that JD Vance has had this year, and for the second time, JD Vance has walked out humiliated, empty-handed, and this is all a strategy on Iran's part to continue stringing along the United States while acting like we are on the verge of a deal. I mean, hell, Donald Trump was sending out threats and undermining this meeting while it was happening. He doesn't care if JD Vance falls flat on his face. He actually knows that these meetings are doomed from the beginning, and I want to break down everything that happened in a steady-handed, clear to understand manner. Because, listen, I'm pro-America, but I'm pro-America winning on the global stage. I like when our leaders make good decisions. And right now, we are being outmaneuvered by Iran, outmaneuvered by enemy countries while we're being hard on our allied countries. Republicans will call me anti-America for saying that, but I'm saying this because I love America. I'm telling the truth because I want to see a better country someday that we live in. If you agree and if you appreciate these types of videos, it means the world if you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe to the Adam Mockler feed, and let's just start from the beginning. To lay the groundwork, today was supposed to be the beginning of technical scientific talks around a nuclear deal heading into this memorandum of understanding. The problem is, we're already on shaky grounds because number one, JD Vance doesn't command any respect, so this was already doomed to fail. Number two, our supposed allies over in Israel are already undermining the memorandum of understanding by constantly bombing Lebanon. Like, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's entire political career has been built off of this Iranian invasion, so he has no political incentive or will to back down now, which is screwing us over because, like, why would Benjamin Netanyahu, in his eyes, pull out of southern Lebanon, when his entire political career rests on the fact that he is a wartime president. So Netanyahu is currently hanging on by a thread. He's going to stay invading Lebanon, striking Lebanon, and that undermines any peace deal with the United States and Iran. Any memorandum with the United States and Iran is blown up the moment that Israel blows up Lebanon. But one more thing is that JD Vance came with the wrong delegation. I mean, right here you have JD Vance on screen, of course. Right here you have the Prime Minister of Pakistan. His name is Shahbaz Sharif. And then above him, you can see JD Vance's delegation. It is Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner whispering to each other gleefully as JD Vance is about to get entirely snubbed. This is supposed to be the start of these scientific, technical talks around nuclear progress on the global stage. And they didn't even bring a sophisticated team from the Department of Energy or any of these departments that would have experts that can help them out. So when we're actually settling scientific issues, we need some sort of Department of Energy experts or something like that, but it's not happening. On top of all of this, the fourth reason as to why this was doomed from the beginning is because Trump was sending out these crazy tweets during the meeting that break the memorandum of understanding. One of the very first clauses in the MOU, if you read the 14 points or so, is that you can't make public threats. Neither side will make public threats to each other. So Trump is, like, in a legal manner, breaking the MOU already. He said, Iran must immediately stop their highly paid proxies in Lebanon from causing trouble. If they don't, we'll hit Iran very hard again, just like we did last week. Okay, so these are direct threats that we're seeing right here. This person, Amjad, wrote a thread talking about how this was pure humiliation. Let me actually play the video for you first, and then let's start by reading it. It says, this was humiliation. No one in modern history has made America wait and beg for negotiations, other than Russia, actually. Russia has done this to Trump. This was the moment JD Vance should have returned to Washington. The Islamic regime did this on purpose. Trump, if you don't understand politics, you should at least understand protocol. The visuals from Switzerland. Here's what you're about to see in this video. The U.S. delegation entered well before the Iranians. In diplomacy, The side with the leverage doesn't wait in the room. You claim to be leading and winning and destroying them, yet you arrived first and you waited around. Putin did the same thing to Donald Trump. It's because we don't have the leverage Trump claims we have. Ghalibaf did not enter while the press was inside. That's the negotiator on the Iranian behalf. So Ghalibaf and the Iranian delegation, they're trying to mess with JD Vance. It's just like simple game theory stuff. But they're refusing to sit down with JD Vance. They're refusing to take pictures with JD Vance. They're refusing to acknowledge the press when JD Vance is in the surrounding area because they're trying to extract concessions from JD Vance by humiliating him on the global stage. What the Iranians are doing in their negotiation is actually, in a way, it's clever. And I think the Iranian regime itself represses its citizens, and it's despicable, but the Iranians are using Lebanon as a wedge to extract further and further concessions from the United States. The Iranians know that Benjamin Netanyahu is never going to remove his troops from southern Lebanon. It would be very costly. Israelis are wondering how he effed this up so badly, so Benjamin Netanyahu is going to keep this war going. The Iranians know that, so they put in the memorandum of understanding, hey, if Israel doesn't remove their troops from southern Lebanon and stop striking them, then the memorandum is off. Well, guess what? As I talked on this channel about, Israel immediately blows up the memorandum of understanding. Quite literally, they immediately begin to strike Lebanon, and they keep their troops in southern Lebanon, killing citizens, claiming they're fighting Hezbollah only, but they're not. So they continue to occupy this, and the Iranians then continue to string along the United States and humiliate them. It says, Ghalibaf did not enter while the press was inside. JD Vance did. Another mistake. It looked as though you didn't just abandon allies, including Israel. You also diminished America's image by ignoring basic diplomatic protocol. The Iranian foreign minister entered last and refused to shake hands. I'll show you in one moment. We didn't need photographs to tell us who looked confident and who looked desperate, but these images made it easy for the world to draw its own conclusions. I mean, look at JD Vance's face throughout this. Let me also show you the players on screen now. Again, this is Shahbaz Sharif on the left. That is his name. This right here on screen now is also Field Marshal Asim Munir, who is Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff. Let's watch this clip, and I'll tune in with you guys on the other side right here. The man who you see on screen now is Abbas Araghchi. Notice he doesn't shake JD Vance's hand, and this is the politician who's the foreign minister of Iran. He's negotiating for them. He quite literally just snubbed Vance. And Vance is like, wait a minute. Did he just completely and entirely snub me? Look at JD Vance's face. He commands no respect. Then he awkwardly walks over. These talks were doomed from the beginning. Wow, wow, wow. You can't hear what they're saying, so I'm just going to talk over it. But Vance commands zero respect. I mean, did he just get completely outplayed and then he just has to leave empty-handed? By the way, this is all part of a strategy on the Iranians' part. They're trying to do two things. Number one, just humiliate the United States with petty behavior, which, in this case, the United States kind of deserves it. But number two, they're trying to extract all of these concessions, whether it's large or just micro concessions, by stringing along the United States. I just laid out this exact framework. And the fact that JD Vance was even willing to go here in the first place with so much uncertainty regarding the outcome shows that, number one, Trump wants nothing to do with this. Number two, JD Vance's political career is likely poof once Donald Trump is out of the political scene. And three, the MOU is not holding at all because Israel is striking Lebanon. And then again, there is a clause in the MOU saying both sides have to stop doing threats. Trump threatened them in the middle of that. Midas Touch then says, breaking, Iran's negotiators have left the venue in protest of Trump's threats, the very same threats that I was just showing you. Right here, we have another clip of Iran's negotiation delegation led by Ghalibaf refusing to take a photo with Vice President JD Vance and walking out very quickly. That's Ghalibaf right there. This is the type of shit my friends and I did to like high school prom to try to seem cool. Like you want to walk in and show up for like 30 minutes and just walk out really quickly. This is this on a international stage. Ghalibaf and the Iranians are like, we're just going to show face, then we're going to dip right away to show who's boss. That's basically what they are doing. We actually have yet another clip of JD Vance being snubbed entirely by Qatar. The Qataris have every reason to hate us right now. And honestly, it's because they tried to bribe Donald Trump with this jet, this new Air Force One, and they thought that would give them a lot of pull in Washington. Yet Trump still spat on their face, let them get attacked by Iran, and now wants them to pay the reparation fund. So Qatar is just pissed at what JD Vance did. Let me show you this clip. JD Vance gets entirely snubbed again. It's worth pointing out it's kind of hard to sometimes see all the interactions in these rooms, but it's pretty clear the look that Qatar gives them. Look at this. And I want to show you one final clip. I sent out a tweet yesterday, and this ended up going rather viral. It has like 700,000 views. It says, at 9 a.m., JD Vance claimed the Strait of Hormuz was open on Fox News. At 10 a.m., Iran announced the strait remains closed. It could not be more clear that the Trump admin has absolutely zero control over the situation right now.
Jared and Steve have been on the ground now for a few hours, dealing with some of the technical elements of this negotiation. As you guys know, one of the things the president has set us out to do as a high priority is to open the straits. That's now happened. We actually got 16 million barrels of oil out of the Straits of Hormuz yesterday. That is a record going back to even before the conflict started. So you're seeing those ships move.
Oof. It aged poorly within the hour. It's like milk left in the hot sun, just immediately ages very, very poorly. I'm going to leave it there. If you appreciate these videos and you're excited for the debate formats that we now post every Wednesday, we posted one just last Wednesday, and we have one more coming this Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we're going to have debates on the Adam Mockler channel, on top of the CNNs, on top of the Piers Morgan Jubilee hits. We are building something special here, so subscribe below. We've got contributor Chris as well, and a whole team of people working. It means the world when you join the Mockler Media community. I love you all. Peace out.